welcome back to my channel. I am Laiba Masi and I'm here with a basic looking but an advanced grammar topic which can be helpful for the learners of English and even for a few native speakers because this topic looks very common, very basic and is like what should we even learn in it, but it's very deep going because in this topic we have a lot to learn and it's about commas, as you can see here. So in this topic I'll be teaching you how do we use commas, places of using commas and importance of using commas, because most of us don't even know how to use these commas in sentences properly. So here I am to guide you with it. Okay, so before starting the video, I'd like to say two things. First of all, it's 15th August, so happy Independence Day to Indians and South Koreans. And next, I'd like to apologize to not be updated for a long time, like almost a very long time. It's been 4 months since I uploaded a new video and I'm really very sorry for that. And I'll make sure that I'm more frequent in uploading the videos. I won't promise it, of course, because I've promised it earlier too and couldn't complete it. So I'll try and make sure and try my best to be more frequent while uploading the videos. Okay, so now to start with the topic, first let's start it with an example. That is, Alex and Samuel didn't come. We need their computer. Does it make sense? I don't think that it makes sense because Alex and Samuel didn't come. We need their computer. What does this mean? So to make it senseful, we add a comma here to separate them first of all and make it senseful. That is, Alex and Samuel didn't come. We need their computer. So it is telling that they didn't come, we need the computer, they are not available, so what can we do? So it's in that sense. I hope you understand it. Okay, now, hope you got it. Why is it important to use commas? Now, starting with the usage, first is lists. As it is the common one, we know in the lists, we use commas to separate the items. Instead of using and again, we use commas. So first example is, tonight we are planning to have dinner, go to cinema mall and fireworks show. Is it making sense? No, right? Unless we add the commas. Tonight we are planning to have dinner, comma, go to cinema, comma, mall and fireworks show. So here one thing that should be noted is that Brits do not use comma before and unless and until they have to make the sentence more clearer, and if it's clear and there's no need to use the commas before and, they do not use it. But in America it is very common to use commas before and. So here an example for it is, I'll be visiting Italy, Turkey and South Korea. Adding the commas, I'll be visiting Italy, comma, Turkey, comma and South Korea. It is an American example because here we are using comma before and. Now after the list, the next is when we have coordinate adjectives. If you want me to make a video on this type of adjectives, on phrases or clauses, do comment down in the comment section below. So when we have coordinate adjectives, you can understand it by the examples. That is, it was a sweet and crispy chocolate. So here we are using and. It was a sweet and crispy chocolate. But here we can also write it as, it was a sweet, comma, crispy chocolate. We are not using and, instead we are just writing it with comma. So here when we have coordinate adjectives, there are examples where we use commas instead of and. So done with these two usages, moving forward, like there are many usages that I have to explain it to you. We'll go one by one, slowly. Okay, we'll talk about clauses. So here we have the usage of separating clauses. That is, we separate two independent clauses that are joined with fanboys. Now many of you must ask, what are fanboys? So here fanboys is an acronym for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So this is an acronym, just a short form for all these conjunctions. So now taking an example to make you understand better. We have an example. We purchased some cheese, comma, and played a few games. So here we're adding in comma before and, that is before the conjunction, and that is included in the fanboys. Next, the example is, I made tea and she served. Now here also we are having the conjunction and, but then you might think, why are we not adding a comma over here? So the basic reason is that we can avoid using commas when the clauses or the phrases are very short and is not necessarily needed to use the commas. So here it is short, so it depends on you to decide whether the phrase or the clause is short or not. So here we have, I made tea and she served, the sentence which is short and there's no need to use comma here before and. Next, it is also for subordinating clause. When the subordinating clause begin in a sentence, they are followed by comma. So here an example, if you did this, comma, you're appreciable. So here, if you did this is a subordinating clause and you're appreciable is another clause, and before it we are using a comma because as it is given over here, when a sentence begins with subordinating clause, a comma follows it. So here it is given, if you did this, a subordinating clause followed by comma, and then you're appreciable. Next usage is isolating. Many of you might not know what isolating means, and many of us know it, but still we do a lot of mistakes in it, especially students while writing exams, paragraphs, sentences, answers. So the mistake they do is they forget that they can remove some words between the commas. So here first let me explain you what isolating means. So it means that here when a word or words, that a group of words are between two commas in a sentence, they can be taken out only if the sentence's meaning doesn't change on taking out the comma, on taking out that group of words or that word. So example, here I've taken an example and also showed you on how we use isolating commas. So example is, she stood up, comma, breathed deeply, comma, and started speaking. So this is the sentence. You can see that these two words, breathed deeply, is between comma over here and here. So we can remove this because even after we remove this two words, the sentence's meaning will remain the same. That is, she stood up, comma, and started speaking. So here you have to make sure that the comma is before the and not after the and, because if you write it after the and, the sentence's meaning will not even make a little sense after removing those words. So here we write the comma before the and the sentence becomes, she stood up, comma, and started speaking. Meanings remain the same and there's no change in the meaning. So now moving, the next usage is direct speech. So again, I'm reminding that if you want me to explain these speeches, adjectives, clauses, phrases, I can make another video, a whole video on this topic itself. So if you want me to do so, you can comment me down in the comment section below. So now, talking about direct speech, here the commas are used before or after direct speech. So for example, she said, comma, quotations, could you get me a glass of water, close quotations. So here we are using comma over here in our direct speech. So as you can see here, there are quotations over here, so you can make out that these are direct speeches, right? And next, another example is, what are latitudes, in a quotation marks, comma, close quotation, ask the teacher. So here it's also a direct speech, but the sentence is coming before and then the subject is coming later. And here the comma is used inside the quotation marks, and here it is used outside the quotation marks. So you have to be careful while using the commas in the direct speeches too. And next, here there are a few short places where you have to use the commas. These are after an expression. So here, let's take an example. Most certainly is an expression followed by a comma. You can borrow my pencil. Most certainly an expression, and then instead of using an exclamatory mark, which will not be more needed, we can use commas instead of that, and you can write, you can borrow my pencil. Next is participle phrase. Another type of phrase is an example, walking slowly, I could see the beautiful flowers. So this is a participle phrase, and here walking slowly is followed by a comma. And then we write, I could see the beautiful flowers. So you have to be careful about what kind of a phrase or clause or adjective is being used before using the commas. And to be careful, you have to know about it for sure. And the last place where we use the comma is to separate the dates in a sentence. We have a few dates in a sentence, so just writing them as Tuesday, May 2, 2012 was when I was born doesn't look very nice actually. So it can be written more properly as Tuesday, May 2, 2012 was when I was born. So this is a proper sentence with a proper usage of commas. So this was all about usage of commas. Hope you got its importance, and I'd prefer you to jot all of this down. If you haven't done it yet, you can go back and watch the video again and jot all the points down. Because obviously you can't memorize everything in one go, so you have to either see the video again and again or jot them down and then read it every day. So it would be better if you jot them down. It will save your time. So this was all about commas, basic but an advanced grammar topic. Hope you loved this video, liked it, and found it very, very useful, because many students, many learners, and even many native speakers make this kind of mistakes of using commas in a place where it shouldn't be used. So hope you found it useful, and I'll be back soon. I hope so. And I will not disappoint you again by not uploading the videos frequently, and I'll try my best to upload the videos frequently and on more useful topics. So I'll be back very soon. Until then, stay safe and keep learning. Goodbye, and hope you love this.